start recording button. This hand's medium. It really depends on what my opponent's playing. It's this. If he's playing the Lixil deck, this hand's not stellar. So we'll see. Had a bunch of resubs in the week I was away. Thanks for that. If any of you catch this live or later. Opponent's down to 5 cards, so even if they are in the Lixil deck, this hand's probably fine. Hopefully. 4 cards, sure. Lead on Diamond Shard, Immortal Tears. I like leading on Immortal Tears as opposed to Infusion Device because this allows me to make a decision about which threshold I'm getting after I see one more card out of my deck. Probably the Lixil deck. Could be a Brew too. You know, Uzu could be literal anything. Pact of Pain on 3 is going to be excellent. I'm going to grab another Diamond Threshold with this. And this is going to grab a Ruby Threshold in case we have Cosmic Shaman or a Burn. Okay, looks like a bit of a brew. Let's have all of our thresholds online nice and early, which feels good. I hit the Cosmic Shaman. Eventually we'll need triple Diamond and triple Blood, but those aren't till later, and those are only for the few dragons that we have. Chance deck. Okay, interesting. Really don't want to extinction these guys. I probably want to save this until I can catch some Wild Child from the wild chance. I also want to just like draw 2 cards with this Pact of Pain this turn to try and ensure we hit our 5th and hopefully 6th resources on time. He could also just like play out another guy, like he could empower one of these. Yeah, sweet. So let's just go ahead and activate my Pact of Pain. Hey Sam. Hey Martyr. Hey Babum. And sweet. So we're gonna hit resources 5 and 6 on time here. I even get to hold Burn up, and I'm just gonna go ahead and extinction away his board. You know, our life total lets us draw cards with Pact of Pain, so keeping that a little bit high is good. Cosmic Shaman has damage and life drain, so it's gonna be able to buffer our life total even more and draw more cards. Basically, you know, every 2 hit points is letting us draw a card now. Interesting. So he's like base Blood Wild, it looks like. I wonder if he's like Blood Wild and then using Uzu just to play the chance that he has. That'd be interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and jam Cosmic Shaman in here. Deal some damage. We already hit our 3rd blood threshold, so we can cast this Uranaz with any more shards. Death Chant. Turn a thing, sure. So when this or another constant comes into play, returns a troop at random from his crypt to his hand. Shouldn't see an attack here, yeah. So Cosmic Shaman's probably just going to bury our opponent with this Pact of Pain. So he has life drain, so every time Cosmic Shaman deals damage, we gain life. So I'm going to draw here in case we had a Vampire King. We did not. This will give us our 3rd Diamond Threshold, and then I'm not going to play out this Infusion Device. Oliver Trout with the brand new subscription. Thank you for that next level support. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, mate. So yeah, I just want to like draw a bunch of cards with Pact of Pain here. Cosmic Shaman prophesied something onto our deck when it came into play, so I'd really like to draw into whatever he prophesized. So Death Chant's going to return 2 troops at random from his grip to his hand. But he's not really doing anything to affect the board. Remember, opponent also mulliganed pretty low this game. Ooh, that's pretty good. So when Tianos deals damage to my opponent, it voids target card they control on all cards in all zones with the same name. So, and this was prophesized by the Cosmic Shaman. So when this comes into play, it's going to void this Death Chant and all the other Death Chants in my opponent's in play and their deck. It also has Life Drain, thanks to Cosmic Shaman. So this comes into play and deals 5 damage to my opponent and voids his Death Chants. I'm just gonna packs it in. Morning, Edwin. Morning, Quick Sniper. Alright, my wife was playing on here, so let's sort by cost. She doesn't like to sort things by cost. It's really annoying. Not really sure exactly what our opponent has going on. The Solitary Exiles seem excellent because they void anything, not just troops. So they can take out my opponent's constants. Maybe I'll board out the kills. Maybe trim 1 extinction. The extra Tianost seems great because every time this deals damage to our opponent, we get to void constants they have. I wonder what else I want in this particular matchup. Kill's probably not awful. I kind of want the extra Pact of Pain. It feels like the matchup's probably going to get grindy a lot of the time. And then a random killer, random extinction's probably fine. I'm going to leave the extra extinction in, I guess. It's kind of a good catch-all in case my opponent goes wide with the Wild Chance, making Wild Child. Magic doesn't have a functional digital client, so we don't play it. Hex is great too. I mean, even when we streamed Magic on occasion, we also streamed Hex, but I'm gonna keep this on the draw. So there's a real chance we miss our second shard with this hand, but if we hit our second shard on time, we're gonna hit the third and fourth right away. In worst case, we hit our second shard on 3. So I'm gonna play this as a Ruby, and maybe this is greedy. I don't know. We have burns to stem any early pressure he might play. Oh, you're right. We did see Runear Hierophant. I definitely should leave all the extinctions in. You are completely correct, Oliver. We flop flip Runear into his crypt with a Cottontail Explorer, just like this actually. So shard. All right. So I was greedy and we missed. That's fine though. If that shard we had would have made a temporary resource, we'd have been fine. Because we'd have played this on 1 and then cracked it on 2, but So we'll get a blood threshold with this. Extinction's not a bad thing to have. So we'll play this out, play this Immortal Tears out, so we're gonna get to 3 guaranteed. There's the Runear Hierophant. So we need a shard in our next 2 draws. Okay, that was excellent. Well, let's go ahead and play this out as a diamond, and then we'll go ahead and play this Infusion Device as another diamond. And then we will crack this Immortal Tears during my opponent's end step, grab a Blood Shard, and we'll cast Extinction on our turn. So we'll take 4 here, and my opponent will make a Rhino and grow his Runear Hierophant. That's fine though. Missing their next shard. That's good. Inquisition would have been bad for us there. Alright. Clean the board up. Our next play is going to really depend on what he has here this turn. Alright, we had a shard, he played a chanter, so we're gonna play this. We never need double ruby, but we do need triple blood occasionally. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just play the VK out here. Playing the VK out means that if he has a removal spell, it's probably gonna eat it, and then if we rip a shard next turn, we can play the Cosmic Shaman. If we don't rip a shard next turn, we can go Pact of Pain into draw to have a second look at a shard. We are getting a little bit low on our life total though, so this is going to pressure us as well. So hopefully we just hit a shard and get to jam the Cosmic Shaman. Alright, so we're going to do what I said, play this Pact of Pain, draw. And even a shard that makes a temporary resource isn't bad there, because now we get to, and it's a diamond, so we can play these Tianos out. And I could just go ahead and spend a burn on this dork. Hey, Danny J. That's annoying. He gets to kill my Pact of Pain. It did replace itself though, so it's got that. We got that going for us. I drew at least one card with it, so let's kill that. He's gonna gain 3 from that. We'll put Cosmic Shaman into play and gain some life here. I'm gonna hold on to that extinction for now. Playing Cosmic Shaman out also means he probably needs to spend removal if he has it, which makes this Tianos more likely to live, which is great, because if Tianos hits him, it's just like, ooh, that's really good. So Balthazar draws some cards and equal to the highest power among troops he controls and gains some life, so he gained 4 and drew 4 there. I think I'm just going to go ahead and crunch with Cosmic Shaman here because I want to gain the life. Just going to go ahead and crunch. Play this out. I am just going to go ahead and get a second ruby because we don't need quad diamond. Not going to resurrect anything with my champion ability just yet. Hey, Stu. Sorry, I missed a couple in chat there. Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, or night wherever you're at. Thanks for stopping by while we battle some Hex. I am just inside of top 64 on the ladder, and I think I was 57th when I started this match. Managed to play a few over the weekend while I was away, which was nice. That's sad. I mean, them just delaying it is probably less frustrating than them. I'm gonna block here. This is probably Extinction. This is a free attack if he's extinctioning anyways. Yeah. So, might as well just block. Yep. The beard does what it does. I dislike that it doesn't tell me what he returned to his hand. I could play this Tianos out. I'll just like Pact of Pain and start drawing cards. I think I want to Pact of Pain and start drawing cards. He just drew 4 cards, so I think he's pretty likely to have another removal spell for this Tianos. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this and draw up here. He did not return Chompa to his hand, so if he has another Chomp, he already had it. Sure. We're just going to spend burn to kill this dork. It's possible I should just put Tianos into play. I don't know. It's close. I really want to hit Uranaz. Or whatever we prophesized. Our Cosmic Shaman double prophesized onto the same thing. So hopefully we can hit whatever that is. So Verdant Chant made a thing. And then Death Chant returned a thing to his hand. I could burn this. Yeah, I'm going to burn this guy. I think I'm going to hold the extinction for a little bit. I'm going to start by drawing with Pact of Pain. And there's a Vampire King with two Prophesize triggers on him. So let's play this. It's going to hit my opponent twice. And if this hits troops, we get to take them. And we know he's got troops in his hand because he's been returning them with Death Chant. Survey says 1 troop. Survey says a kill. Alright, so let's play this out. And I think I'm going to actually wait on activating my champion ability, because if he kills the VK, I might just champion ability it back into play here. I mean, a lot of things like Wintermoon's ability puts the 2 cards up that they're targeting, and like Rotten Rancor, a lot of them show what they're targeting. It's just this doesn't target. Yeah, that's pretty good. So this comes into play and eats my vampires. That's fine though, we gained 5. Yeah, it's a great interaction. That interaction is actually the reason why I built this deck that I'm playing right now. I really wanted to try and abuse that. We have to draw a card at the end of turn with Pact of Pain. He probably just can't beat active Pact of Pain. We gain so much life that we're just going to bury him in card advantage, most likely. And eventually we're going to hit an Uranaz and start taking things out of his crypt. I'm just trying to figure out what he wants to do here. I did see the new red counterspell. It's insane, to put it lightly. So that returned 2 troops to his hand and made a Wild Child. So I'm definitely going to res that Vampire King next turn, I think. Because he's got at least 2 troops in his hand. One of which is a Balthazar. Yeah, he's got Balthazar back in his hand, so I'd like to take that away from him. I think I need to put this Tianost into play as well. Ooh, Cosmic Shaman. Alright, so let's put this Vampire King into play that does stuff. It also gains us 6 life right away. Yeah, this new set seems really pushed for Constructed. Super powerful cards all around. Survey says Battle Chant. Survey says Battle Chant. All right. Well, that's not what we were looking for there. Am I gonna start by drawing here? I think I'm gonna start by drawing here. If we hit Uranaz, I'm probably okay with that. Playing that out. Okay, did not hit Uranaz. I'm just gonna play Cosmic Shaman at this point. Then it's a good blocker. I guess this exposes us to another Crocosaur. But if he plays another Crocosaur, we're just gonna Extinction, which is fine. If he plays Croc, we gain 8 when it fights both of our guys. I'm doing well, Holidays. Alright, he's getting a Threshold, probably for the Battle Chant that he has in his hand. Yep, so this is going to return 2 troops to his hand. And it makes Wild Childs and does stuff. It's possible I should have Solitary exiled one of these, but I really feel like we can probably just grind through all this. Which might be incorrect. I don't know. We'll see. Scrounge works. Basically, Scrounge is a trigger when you cast the card. So when you cast the card, you can Scrounge and void things from your crypt. And then Scrounge adds text to the card for like it has an effect when it comes into play. So Scrounge happens when you cast it, and then it does something extra on the card. Doesn't really have good attacks here. That's his only attack, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw my Cosmic Shaman away, and I'm probably cashing in this Extinction next turn. Yeah, definitely. He's getting very low. He doesn't seem like he has much life gain. So now I've got Shaman double prophesied here, and I'm going to get to draw a bunch of cards. I've got to draw at his end step, and I've got more draws on my turn. The third Pact of Pain was a good add to the reserves. In these grindy matchups, it's the only card you want to see. Yeah, that card seems great. Well, speak of life gain, and it will appear. So there's a 5-point swing. Still, if I prophesized onto a dragon, he's probably an Uranaz. He's probably gonna die here. Hey, Vampire King. That doesn't kill my opponent, though, unfortunately. So I think I'm just crunching with this and then casting Extinction. Yeah. Kill, sure. We knew that was there. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this Extinction. Go ahead and play this Infusion device. Get another diamond, because why not? We'll draw with this at end step. Get working our way back up to another champion activation here. It might be good enough. That's kind of card that kind of depends on the format, I think, Brad. Like if edicts are at all reasonable, that card seems great. Yeah, the gems are rotating, remember, Brad. So the Runic Hierophants won't have Spell Shield anymore. I'm doing well, Tiger Zord. Thanks for stopping by. How are you doing? Sensei, sure. I wonder if he's got Eulogy in his deck. Seems like a sweet shell for Eulogy. More Midnight Paladins. Good anti-aggressive measure. It's possible I should have jammed VK last turn just to have the highest chance of taking something out of his hand. Alright, Uranaz, what has he got in here? I could Uranaz and Croc him. I could Uranaz and Chompasaur. Uranaz Chomp his Death Chant sounds great, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Except, take Chompasaur. Resolve. This comes into play. Destroy a constant, gain some life. Play Vampire King, get double triggers when he comes into play. Deal 3, deal 3. Survey says, steal a troop. Survey says, steal a troop. Play this shard out. Pass the turn. Again, any chance my opponent has of getting back into this game is mostly destroyed by the fact that Pact of Pain is just burying him in cards. I think I might have a poop diaper to address after this game. We're gonna check. We do know the new ones. They also spoiled all the new champions, Brad. Balthazar, I'm going to burn his 4-power guy in response here, so he only draws 2 cards. Looking for Extinction here. Opponent is dead on board, probably attacking with this to gain some life before casting Extinction. Nope, I don't know why he didn't attack there. That was a free attack. I'm going to take away his Death Chant here. That's the one that's generating the most card advantage for him. I want him to stop getting troops back out of his crypt. Verdant Chant really doesn't matter. There's Death Chant, gets a random troop back, makes a Wild Child. Get some other troop back. Looks like he got his Balthazar back again. That's unfortunate. I wanted to Uranaz his Balthazar. I get to like draw infinite cards at will here. Next turn we get to activate my champion power. Could put a VK back into play. Could grab Uranaz. Could grab Cosmic Shaman. Battle Hopper coming back with Death Chant. That's a combo. Draw some cards, see what we get. Extinction, okay. Let's take one more hit. Hit me! Hit me! Alright, let's crunch with this. I think I'm just wiping out the Death Chant here. Let's just get rid of all of his Death Chants. Now the question becomes, what do I want to bring back from my crypt? It's probably just a VK, right? At least it could also be a Cosmic Shaman. Although VK threatens lethal next turn. Yeah, I'm just going to bring back VK. VK also potentially takes troops out of his hand if he has any. So it comes in and deals 6. Resolve, take a troop. Resolve, another extinction. That's unfortunate. I guess the upside here is that a Cosmic Shaman off the top will kill my opponent since he is at 4 life. And there's 2 Cosmic Shamans left in 19 cards here. We get to draw 2 cards at his end step. I suppose maybe I should have Solitary Exiled this Fury Chant, because that represents dealing quite a bit of damage to us if he plays more chants out. Yeah, I probably should have done that. Just like go on Exile on this one at least. Maybe this one too. Long, fairly interesting game. The competitiveness of the games that I play, it's probably higher on average. Like being paired based on people with similar ladder rankings is ideal, as opposed to random people just willing to pay money to play a queue.
Hi, I'm at.
Sorry for that short noise. Oh, shoot. Oh, we could have won last turn, right? I could have won last turn. I could have Solitary Exiled my Vampire King, and then Solitary Exiled my Solitary Exile. Alright, while he's tanking here, I'm going to check diapers real quick. I think I have to change one. Be right back, sorry. Did you poop? Nope, you're good? This one pooped, didn't he? You're like a poop machine. Oh, yeah. You ready for a nap, bud? Alright, Dave's gonna finish this game and then you're gonna take your nap, okay? I mean, close Coffins isn't that much of a beating. It doesn't do a ton, right? Like, it gets rid of my VK and my Tienos, like NBD. It thinned my deck out a little bit for me. He's still dead to Cosmic Shaman, no matter how he cuts it. That's pretty good. Again, wish I would have killed one of these. Alright, we got, what, like 6 draws this Cosmic Shaman? More than that? Well then, am I supposed to take one more hit here? Am I supposed to be conservative? I'm just gonna discard some shards here. Two shamans and 12 cards right now. Seriously? That's good beats, opponent. Alright, we'll play a third game, I guess. That's really frustrating. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with how we boarded. Good beats. Was Midnight Paladin, when it comes into play, it deals damage to your opponent equal to the number of thresholds you have. And he had 5 thresholds, so when it came into play, it would deal 5 damage to us. I could have managed my life total better there, but we were pretty far ahead for a while. Keep this. This is fine. Tienos is really good. I guess this is loose against a fast rabbit. Is MTG bot dead? MTG bot might be dead right now. MTG bot appears to be dead. God bless browser history. Let's play this out, pass the turn. So I'll get a diamond. Play this. Play this. I'm gonna get a ruby with this. I'll get a third diamond with this. And then hopefully blood's our most common resource in the deck, so we'll likely see another blood before we hit 7. If he plays Hierophant next turn, we'll jam Extinction. If he doesn't, we'll just crack one of these infusion devices. Sure. At least we have the answer. Yep, have any questions, Rabid Goat, feel free to ask. Yeah, I don't like that it shows every shard in your deck. It really should just show one of each. Got his Runear Hierophant back to his hand. Good beats. I guess he was a coin flip to get the Runear Hierophant back there. I'm just gonna crack this now. Alright, we hit a shard next turn, we'll be in an okay spot. My card market articles usually go up on Friday. 25 shards later. 28 shards really, because we have 3 Immortal Tears in the deck. I've only drawn 3 shards this game. No, wait! Stop! Dang it. Alright, I wanted to burn that at end step, but we didn't draw a shard, so we weren't strictly punished for it, I suppose. I'm gonna play the Solitary Exile out and get rid of his Death Chant. Which I guess is bad if he has Chompasaur. Just gonna go ahead and pass the turn here. I'm gonna burn his Balthazar. Maybe I'm gonna burn the Balthazar. I'm probably gonna burn the Balthazar at end step, actually. Sure. I guess I proved I don't have Extinction. Maybe there'll be some kind of justice for this overextension and we'll draw Extinction. Alright, well, we play Uranaz and use his Balthazar. Draw 5, gain 5. Don't have any troops in our crypt, right? Yep, can't use banks. So, I'm gonna discard... I'm dead to kill. This is 9, 10, 11. I'm not dead to kill. I'm dead to double kill. What do I want to discard here? Probably Pact of Pain. Yeah, probably Pact of Pain. I guess I could bin a shard. I'm gonna bin the Pact of Pain. Probably not gonna have extra life this game. Has the double kill. Good beats. Not exactly, it's a single kill. I was at 15. He has no. Oh, no. Yeah, I am exactly. He's dead to single kill. You're right. I miscounted. So you know, just kind of got run over in that third game. He had triple Hierophant and like returned his Hierophant with the other one. I'm gonna go put my youngest down for his nap, and then we'll be back and play another one. Hopefully, we'll be luckier.
Alright, Chinese boy, you're going to take a nap.
Sounds not great. It's probably fine on the play. I had other stuff to do with my resources, Brad. And, like, if he was able to bring back the one Hierophant, we would have been fine against one Hierophant, so I don't think I'm supposed to play around Hierophants 2 and 3. I missed the... Game 2, I missed the re-trigger my own Vampire King line. So yeah, we could have won Game 2 and not given him the out to rip into his extra Paladin like we did. I could have exiled my guy and then exiled my exile to re-trigger the enter the battlefield damage. Yeah, it's going to be weird when people who have been playing Hierophant are going to have to play mid-range decks with decisions in them. That's really annoying. That was going to hopefully propel us to resources, so hopefully we just hit them, which we do not. That was worst case scenario. He answered our Pact of Pain and we bricked. 28 shards later. Vampire Kiss can't kill this because this reduces non-combat damage by 1. Alright, I'm just gonna catch this Extinction in. Clean these guys up. And this we can kill with Vampiric Kiss now, which is nice, because he no longer has that guy that reduces non-combat damage by 1. I haven't really been keeping up with, like, the weeklies and stuff. Light Reaper, is the deck you're playing good? It didn't seem like it was doing anything particularly powerful or interesting. The only thing like it was really doing that was strong was playing Ruiner Hierophant. Like, the rest of the cards you were playing were fairly mediocre. Like, just in terms of, like a raw power level. It's got some synergy between those things, but like that type of deck will never be tier 1 just by the nature of the fact that like people that like want to be able to kill constants are going to be able to kill your constants. So this is the first time in a lot of games where Cosmic Shaman, where we've had some resource problems here, so I can play this Cosmic Shaman, but it doesn't have life drain, and it doesn't do damage to my opponents I don't have. I think I'm going to play it out anyways, just to like use my resources up here. If we hit another diamond threshold, it'll have life drain, and like a 5/5 life drain is fine to have him play. Larynx with the resub. Thank you very much and welcome back. I mean, so like don't respond to why is the deck good with a record. Like I do well with decks that aren't particularly good all of the time. Like explain like why this deck is good because XYZ. It's good why. Use your words. Like explain to me the reasoning why you feel the deck is good. This one we're going to wait until we have a Ruby to play out, I think. I guess that's actually kind of close. That's tough. I think I'm going to ship with the Cosmic Shaman here. It doesn't have life drain, but if he wants to kill it, he has to trade off an Angel of Dawn. If he wants to go block, I get to Vampire Kiss and kill this. He might just, like, take the hit for 5 here. I think I'm actually going to play this out. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Double blocking here is asking to get blown out, maybe. If he has Pride's Fall, this is bad for us. Martyr's fine. Benediction, sure. So he eats one of our guys. So this is just trading 1 for 1 for my Vampire King, which is fine. And we don't gain life because Invincible says it doesn't take damage, so life drain does not trigger. Now my Vampire Kiss doesn't do anything again. Diamond Shard would be great. Well, Ruby Shard is actually okay here because it allows us... Oh, I can't activate... Oh, my thresholds. Oh, my thresholds. Alright, we're just gonna pass back here. That's rough. I think I have to jump here. Do I have to jump here? Yeah, I guess I'm actually gonna block and then Vampiric Kiss to finish this off. This will do 3 and then Kiss will do 1. Yeah, that seems fine. And then I get to play Uranaz and put this back into play. So let's Kiss this for 1, and it only does 1 because of Deathless Guardian here. So really looking for a Diamond Threshold here. Diamond Shard ideally. Another Cosmic Shaman that does not have Life Drain quite yet. So let's go ahead and play this out. Except, so we killed this Angel of Dawn so we can put it back into play under our control. I think I'm just passing the turn here. Yeah, I'm just going to pass for now. Grace of Tianos, sure. It's a 6/6 now. So I could double block here. That seems fine. We can't just keep taking 6 here, so yeah, I think I'm just going to double block. Diamond Threshold swings this game in a huge way for us. Hopefully we hit that next turn. Maybe he picked the wrong champion. Kill's fine. Let's go ahead and kill the Stork. Yeah, I put him on not having a protection spell there, because if he had a protection spell, he probably would have used it to save his 6/6 in combat. Goes to 9, so... Isn't there some card that requires like a ridiculous amount of diamond thresholds in its requirements? Diamonds! Diamonds! Dang, fires are done. Alright, so we get that, so that gives Cosmic Shaman life gain here, so that should pretty much lock up the game, I think. Then double block my Angel of Dawn now. Noble Heart, right? Yep, target troop gains invincible. Okay. So, thankfully, this is going to deal 4 and kill my opponent here. Wait. Oh, he gained 3. Right. Alrighty. I can still kill him? Can I kill him? No, I'm 1 short, right? So I play this, and this comes into play and deals 4 to my opponent because Deathless Guardian again reduces non-combat damage by 1. And then, if I want to, I could put this Vampire King into play, but it unfortunately will only do 2 damage because non-combat damage reduced by 1. What troops are in his crypt? So I just like bring my Uranaz back and get, yeah, I think I'm supposed to do that. Let's bring Uranaz back here and get an Angel of Dawn. We do have 3 Solitary Exiles in our deck. No, we have 2 Solitary Exiles in the main, and we have 2 more on the board that we'll bring in to deal with his Invincible Dorks. Alright, so we're gonna bring in Purge seems fine, Solitary Exile seems fine, Tienos seems fine. Back to Pain's probably fine. Extinction does not seem good, because killing my own things and not guaranteed killing his doesn't seem great, and Kiss doesn't seem particularly good. Let's try this configuration. You wanna come sit by Dad? Now that the littlest brother is away, the oldest boy wants to sit on Dad's lap. Thank you for the resub, Ryvik. I appreciate it. We are going to have more Hex. Next week, we're going to stream a bunch of Hex as the ladder comes to a close to make sure we stay in the top 64. Speaking of resubs, Princess Jake, welcome back. Thank you very much for the continued support. Yeah, you happy, toddler? You know what? Maybe I should have left the extinctions in and not have left the burns in. I realize I want to burn in this hand, but I'm thinking about it, and the burn's not particularly good against Deathless Guardian either. I always have a hard time passing up hands that can play out any card I draw in this deck. I think I'm gonna keep it. Like, this hand's resource heavy. It's like 5 resources and a card that cycles. And we could never draw a non-shard and die. Very, very real chance. He's got like living totems and stuff in his deck, though. I don't know. I don't think it's like cut and dry always. Like, I don't think Deathless Guardian's particularly good against us. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's like not Deathless Guardians in his deck post board. That's pretty good. So Angel of Dawn, for those that are new or haven't seen this card too much, if you have a Diamond Threshold when it's drawn, if it's the first card you've drawn this turn, play it for free. Well, he doesn't have another Threshold. We got that going for us at least. Vampire King. Alright, let's go ahead and play out Infusion Device here. Get a Blood Threshold. We'll play out Retribution as a Diamond Threshold. And then we've got third Diamond, third Blood, Ruby, so it doesn't matter what this gets. Vampire King, notably smaller than the Angel of Dawn. Extinction, also not great against Hope Heart Unicorn. Things worth noting. So, Hope Heart Unicorn, you sacrifice it to give all your troops invincible till end of turn. Would not mind drawing Solitary Exile. Pact of Pain, not stellar. Play this VK that's hopefully going to live. If the VK lives, it can stabilize the board a little bit. You can still attack it with the 4/4, but it holds the Living Totem and the Hope Heart Unicorn at bay for a cycle. If he has removal here, we're just taking 9, and then we're likely just dead. Yeah. It's unfortunate. I think we're on the 0 outer at this point. Extinction wouldn't even be an out even if it was in our deck because of Hope Heart Unicorn. Yeah, so we exile here, which takes away his Angel of Dawn, but then he's going to be able to give this Living Totem +1/+1, so the turn 1... Let's play this out to bluff at least. The turn 3 Angel is just a little bit too much to overcome with the tools that we were dealt this game. It's fine, we get a game 3. Chooses not to play around burn, which is fine. If we'd have had burn there, we'd have killed this and gotten another turn. I hate when people say Hex is a mimic of Magic. Like, it's like saying every game, every first-person shooter is a mimic of Hexen or Doom or whatever. The Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein was technically the first one, I think. It's like saying every board game is a copy of the first board game. Like, Magic created a genre, and like there's lots of games that follow that genre. I'm going to replace this hand because in addition to being shard heavy, it doesn't cast all of our cards in our deck. This is medium. This might not be an extra Pact of Pain matchup. I think I keep this at 6. It's not stellar. Not a great showing so far for the deck today. If he doesn't have an early Angel of Dawn, we're probably fine. I think I'm going to play this out on Diamond. Got more Diamond than Blood cards. Doom. Doom's the first one. Well, you know, sometimes it is your 2-4-4. At least we hit our 4th shard. Okay, that's a card we can't cast. Can't activate Pact of Pain now because Drown Shrine says we can only draw 1 card a turn, but we can use Pact of Pain on my opponent's turn at least. Here, can you sit here with Dad? You don't want to sit? Okay. Probably just going to be up more than a little short this match because of the turn 2 Angel. Diamond Threshold would be great, so we could Solitary Exile this Stork. We need like Diamond Threshold into another Solitary Exile at this point. Oh, there's a Diamond Threshold. Fusion Device does that for us. This gets scarier eventually, but requires him to dump resources into it every turn, so I'm just going to get rid of the Angel for now, I think. Solitary Exile voids the thing it takes, so hopefully he doesn't exile us back. Race, sure, that still doesn't care. Solitary Exile still doesn't care about that. Want to just run off some shards here, maybe a Cosmic Shaman into shards, shards into Cosmic Shaman. Alright, there's 1 shard. So again, we can't just draw with Pact of Pain to find answers because Drown Shrine's in play. We'll draw with Adaptable Infusion Device on my opponent's turn here. Make a 5/5, so we get 2 draws here to find an answer. Okay, and we can play this Uranaz out and block, jump, that's invincible. Cosmic Shaman could also potentially buy us a turn. We need to play this out. If he doesn't have a Solitary Exile, we get to buy 2 more draws because we can chump and then banks this back into play. Sure, Angel of Dawn. Actually, if he doesn't have removal here, we're good, right? Because we can chump and then banks this back into play and purge. Okay, so that's actually pretty good for us. So, I forgot we had the purge in our hand. And banksing doesn't require So this is a chump because our opponent's card is invincible. Sure, man. Probably life drain. Okay. Alright, so we'll put the dragon back into play. And then Purge voids everything that doesn't share trait with the card we're putting into play. So it should void both of his guys here. Boom, goes the Dynamite. And now we're looking for a Cosmic Shaman or something to buffer our life total so we can start drawing extra cards with Pact of Pain. Another Living Totem, that's scary. Want to buy removal spells. Alright, Cosmic Shaman's exactly what we wanted there. It comes into play, deals 5 damage to my opponent, we gain 5 life. Makes our next troop really good, so it's going to let us draw some cards. I'm going to go ahead and crack him with Uranez here. I think that's fine. Opponent doesn't have any troops in their crypt, so Uranez doesn't do anything. My toddler needs something really quick. I'm going to see what he wants.
What do you need, bud? Treat it. Treat it. Something stuck? You want to go out the door?
Alright, so Grace of Tianos gives the troop flight, and when it dies, revert it and put it back into play. Our Cosmic Shaman is life drain, though, so even though this is hitting us, we can just race. And again, I can draw 1 card with this on my opponent's turn, because this says per turn. Another Uranez. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and crunch my opponent with both of these. He could have another card that makes this guy invincible here. Huh. Am I just playing this Uranez out? That seems kind of loose. Hey, I think I'm just passing. Yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn here. We might actually beat the turn 2 Angel in the back of Solitary Exile. Oh, part Unicorn, sure. So he has to chump both of these or he dies to the Uranez trigger, which is nice. He doesn't know that he's going to die to this Uranez trigger, though, so he might not block both of these. So I don't gain life here. Because he blocked the life drain and then sacked this guy. That's a good play. So this Uranez would take 2 troops out of my opponent's crypt if he had 2 of them in there. Another Hopart Unicorn. Okay. Says Steadfast. Sure. Another VK, sure. So I can get to go VK and Uranez next turn. That's nice. So he's going to make the same play again next turn, I assume, where he goes block, block, and then sack the one that's blocking the Cosmic Shaman. And then I'm going to go Uranez Vampire King. So these guys bounce again because this guy's invincible from the Hopart Unicorn, and then I'm going to get 2 Hopart Unicorns out of his crypt with this Uranez, because Uranez takes a troop out of my opponent's crypt when he comes into play, and he takes a troop out of my opponent's crypt when he deals damage to my opponent, so he's going to get to trigger again here. I'd like to activate this power. Take the second Hopart Unicorn, resolve 1, Resolve 2. Oh, that's annoying. So apparently we clicked the same one twice, even though I clicked the one on the left the first time and the one on the right the second time. There wasn't a way to distinguish between which one I'd already targeted. Someone mentioned earlier the graveyard interaction leaves a little bit to be desired. Hopefully he's still just here. I guess he can give this 1/1 and life drain, right? Because, right, I clicked the one on the left and then I clicked the one on the right, right? Like I did that right? He drew Purge. Yeah, good beats. Good morning, afternoon, and evening to everyone that's hanging out here today. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your Tuesday afternoon or whatever time of day is here with us, watching some Hex. It's your first time by the stream, welcome. My name's Chef Hoagland. We play Hex, CCG, and Magic: The Gathering here on this channel. We do Hex minimum of twice a week, 2 afternoons, Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. We play largely constructed. Try to stay in the top 64 of their ladder so that way I can qualify for the Cosmic Crown Showdown tournament that's happening next month. My toddler needs something from upstairs. I'll be right back. Life's rough as a toddler, let me tell you. You think you have it hard? You should try being a toddler. It's brutal. This hand's a little medium. It's got a kill on the play though. Double Urin as is blah, obviously. Deck's pretty shard heavy though, so hopefully we'll just run some shards off and get to cast our more expensive cards on curve. So, we did hit a shard, but it's not a blood shard. Hopefully we'll hit another blood before we get to play as Vampire King. Sure. Extinction, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on to the kill for now, because if he plays another troop, I'd like to just rat the board, I think. He just has a 0-3 that's not applying any sort of pressure, so, yep. So So we hit the Blood Shard, we could play the Vampire King out, but this thing turns into the Vampire King. So I'm just going to pass the turn for now. Hopefully he plays another thing out and then we just like extinction them both away. Okay, would not mind getting rid of that. Wouldn't be surprised he'd counter magic or verdict here. That's fine. So I guess this is going to turn into another Ancestor's Chosen. So Ancestor's Chosen at the beginning of my opponent's turn creates 2 Ancestral Specters, which is a 2/2 flyer for 1 that draws a card. Let's do same as champion, draw a card, sure. Kinda under the gun for another extinction here all of a sudden. I probably should have used the kill during my opponent's end step. And this is unblockable, so I'm just gonna go ahead and spend a kill on this now. Just get it out of here. Another shard lets us Uranaz. Alright, so I'll play this out. Unfortunately, these Immortal Tears, unfortunately the Threshold fixing in the deck that I'm playing right now can't make Thresholds that aren't in my deck. So I'm unable to make Sapphire Thresholds to enable his Eldritch Dreamer. Well, that is arguably one of the better 3-drops he could have turned me into, a 0/1. Sure. There's the first of many Ancestral Specters to come. So these just keep filling up his deck with Ancestral Specters every turn. So eventually he's just going to draw. I guess I want to keep this on the table because there's a chance that this turns into this 0/1, which is good for me. So play this Uranaz out. We do at least get a 3/3 that's unblockable, so we're going to get to like push through this ground clog. Here there be dragons, Pentachills. So now we need to dodge like Mass Polydingler. Let's go ahead and crunch with this. He's probably just going to take 9. Really? He's jumping. Okay. Well, I guess I don't want to put that one into play. I'm just going to play 2 Vampire Kings out here. If our opponent has a sweeper in their deck, it's definitely a Mass Polydingler. So, Mass Polydingler gets all the troops in my hand as well, so... Let's go ahead and crunch with all my nerds. And he has to kind of be blocking a little aggressively here because this is unblockable. I'm going to go ahead and play this Uranaz out and put his Ancestral Spectre into play under my control. So we draw a card. So this card keeps having numbers go up on it because it has charges. Because normally when you play this, it gains a champion ability. But we were transmogrified into this, so we don't have that. So it does not have a random champion ability for us. I'm sorry, bud. There's no more Doritos. You can't eat Doritos. Jacob is losing his mind because we ran out of Doritos, and that's what he really, really wants for lunch is Doritos. Is this card broken? It's not. At the start of your turn, this transforms into a copy of another random troop in play. It retains this power. Where are my Doritos? Life is tough when you're 2. There's even, and he wants Doritos. I've got tortilla chips. I've got crackers. I've got Cheetos. He wouldn't even. I'm impressed he didn't eat. He didn't eat the Cheetos. Normally he'll take the Cheetos. Cool Ranch are his favorite. He's no pleb. Alright, so what are we doing here? Not really sure what my opponent has going on. Pact of Pain seems fine. Drown Shrine also seems fine. Bringing in Drown Shrine and Pact of Pain together seems like a non-bow. Vampire Princess, probably good pressure. Tienos, probably less than good. Uranaz, probably medium. I'm torn on Extinction. I probably want that effect in my deck. Do I want Solitary Exile? Probably. I feel like I want all of these things. Oh. Is Drown Shrine not good enough? I guess Drown Shrine shuts off his... Drown Shrine probably is worthwhile. I'm going to cut an Infusion Device. I'm not going to bring in the third Pact of Pain because I'm bringing in Drown Shrine. I don't need to worry about this. Trim Extinctions, maybe? I guess I want a 1-for-1 a lot of his guys. Hey, Kajudis. Yeah, let's try this. Opponent's deck is pretty out of the format, so I'm not 100% on what we want to be doing against it. Which is an advantage to playing a rogue deck for sure. The sand seems fine. It's got burn to kill an early thing, kills in the middle, some threats at the top end. Opponent played a shard that did not make a threshold, so they're not playing a 1-drop. Hey, Ian. Hey, Ryan. So, it's possible I'm supposed to play this for Ruby on 1 so I can play that other duel as Diamond, but I don't have any Diamond cards in my hand yet, and I kind of want to make sure I have double blood for VK on 4. And I have double blood anyways. It's a little rough, so if we come up short Diamond this game, I definitely could have sequenced my shards better. I'm just going to go ahead and burn this now. This guy gets bigger every time my opponent draws a card. Can get out of control. I don't want him to like get a threat on the table and then like be able to protect it with verdicts and counter magics and stuff like that. I want to just make sure his board stays fairly clear. This card makes all of his actions cost 1 less. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and spend my kill on my turn, make sure his board stays clear and he doesn't have a chance to basically play a Protect the Queen type game where he like pressures us while disrupting us. Don't be afraid to play your quick actions on your own turn to play around things. There's the Eldritch Dreamer, which again, we're just going to keep slaying his nerds. And we would have double diamond right now if I'd have sequenced my shards better this game. Instead, we only have single diamond, which is a little bit unfortunate. Especially since we drew this Cosmic Shaman. It does not have life drain until we hit a second diamond. We do also need 2 more shards, though, in order to play the Cosmic Shaman, so hopefully we will just find a diamond in our next 2 shards. Yep, there's Tomb Seeker. Alright, doesn't have... This is kind of a tough call. I think it's just jam the VK. It could have Transmografade, but I like getting in under counter magic here. Am I getting Transmografaded? Nope, not yet. Like snap blocking here. Let's see what kind of trick he has. He could have some kind of trick that I'm not thinking about. And just Time Ripple before block, sure. Shard. Alright, so I'm gonna crack this, draw a card, and hopefully find a shard. Ding. Still not a second diamond though, which is a little rough. Especially since this is sitting here beating us down again. This gets bigger every time our opponent draws a card. Makes this guy bigger yet again. Would really like another kill. I guess we brought in... I say Solitary Exile actually isn't a good draw, so we don't have double diamond. I did bring in the extra copies of that, but we can't cast them right now. So we're playing this. Man, the way I sequence my resources could really bite us this game. So this is going to come into play and deal 5 to my opponent, but we are not going to gain 5, which is really what we want it to be doing. Could also just be getting Transmografaded here. And I'm just going to take the hit for 6 here, because if we hit a diamond next turn, this can race it easily once it has life drain. If we don't hit a diamond, we're probably going to be in a little bit of trouble. And again, if I would have sequenced my shards optimally, we would not be having resource issues today. Hi! You can come sit by your dad. I'll get you non-Dorito food. There are no Doritos, though. Alright, so... Now I'm just going to use this as... I guess I'm actually going to take the hit for 6, because next turn I can play Cosmic Shaman and double block. Extinction? Vampire Princess. Huh. So this Vampire Princess deals damage equal to its power when it comes into play, which means if my opponent has an action in their hand, it gets to take it away from them, which is a good upside. So let's do that. Since I still don't have a second diamond for this Cosmic Shaman since I messed up. He could have a Transmografade here and Transmografade my princess in response, which he should do. I guess that attack was bad because if he had like a Time Ripple, he'd be able to bounce this and kill me. So now he shifted this ability over, so every time he draws a card, this Eldritch Dreamer is going to get bigger. In perfect punishing fashion, we're probably going to draw Solitary Exile that I can't play because I messed up my resource sequencing. He could also just have like counter magic and it'd be irrelevant. Cyclone Shaman, Shaper, sure. It's weird how when you miss sequence, you lose games. Strange. Strange. I think I want more extinctions. Yeah, I don't think I want Pact of Pain. I think I just want all the answers. Let's do this. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. Justly punished. I'd like to go first. Sounds fine. Play most of our cards. I'll play this out for our first blood, or our first ruby. Hey, time to gather icon. Arcane focus, sure. I'm going to lead on the diamond here, so that way if we hit another diamond and want a solitary exile next turn, we can still kill next turn either way. The downside to leading on diamond here is if we draw Vampire Princess on 3, we can't play it. There's only 2 Vampire Princesses in our deck. Okay, play this out, pass the turn. Hopefully he plays a 2 or a 3 drop, and then we get to kill it, and then start our turn, play Vampire King. Do you need a nap, toddler? Flock of Seagulls. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to this. Alright, well, it's not resource efficient, but we're just going to burn this. Because I'd much rather save my kill for something larger that burn can't deal with. Because Flock of Seagulls only prevents combat damage, so burn still kills it. Apologies for the toddler in the background. There's nothing I can do to help him. His brother is sleeping, so I'm not going to the store to buy him Doritos. I'm not sure I'd want to cave to toddler pressure, even if I could. So what does this do? A dwarf or robot, exhaust, unexhausted, sure. You don't negotiate with toddlers. Exactly. I'm gonna solitary exile this because this is one of the least scary things. He could time ripple until he get back into play as a surprise. These also play out as quick actions. He could Verdict of the Ancient Kings this, because he has 1 resource, and this makes this thing's cost 1 less. This tank has to mean he has a Verdict. Either that or, like, you know, he's having something go on in his house, but... Yep. Okay, well, he wants to protect that guy real bad. That's fine with me. And I'd much rather have that get Verdict of the Ancient Kings than anything else. This is a free attack. If opponent blocks, we bounce. He knows I have burn in my deck, though, so if he blocks, I could burn it. It's a free attack. It's a mostly free block. I think I'd call every time there if I was my opponent. Depends on how valuable this card is. If this is valuable enough that you're verdicting a solitary exile, I might not block. Tomb Seeker, sure. I'm going to attack like this because it looks like a free block again, but he can attempt to double block, and then I can kill, and then if he counter magics, I can kill again, and then this gets to eat this, which is nice. Because if he has counter magic, he might run the double block here. So every time he draws a card, this gets larger. I'm gonna kill this. It's gonna get out of control fairly quickly. And then the question is, when he uses counter magic here, am I supposed to kill it again in response? I think I am. You can only shift as a basic action. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill it again in response. Huh. You have to wait and make him play it back out? Yeah, I think I'm okay making him play it back out. Yeah, that's fine. Most of my hex time for the next week is going to be spent making sure I stay at a reasonable spot on the ladder, I think. I'm just going to kill this. I boarded out my Pact of Pains too, didn't I? It's unfortunate. They didn't seem like they'd be great at the other games that we played this match, but I guess we've also only had one threat and 14 cards, right? Yeah. So a little flooded, but opponent doesn't really have us under any pressure, so hopefully we're going to have time to draw out of it. He has another threat coming down that can block this, I assume. That's really good. So Empowered Cyclone Shaper, all of his actions cost 3 less, so he can just play Counter Magic for free right now. Which I'm assuming is going to happen to the Solitary Exile. Nope. Sweet. So putting him on not having Counter Magic in his hand, or he has Counter Magic plus Time Ripple. You can just ripple this to get his guy back. Tunneling card is most likely Reese, so we really want to kill him in the next 4 turns now. Alright, Extinction's a good draw because it means it's going to let us clean up after this Reese, hopefully, once it comes down. I'm just going to keep making this attack every turn, because if I keep making the attack, when I do eventually draw a burn, he's just going to keep making the block, and then we'll burn to kill his guy. So, the attack continues to be free, and the block continues to be free. Eventually, when it's not free and it costs him, then we will have conditioned him into always making the block. So, Reese is a card that untunnels on 4, so 2 more turns till this comes in. Uranez, that's when we want to play Post-Extinction on your Reese. And the sweet thing about you're time rippling my Solitary Exile. Alright, so he's just gonna eat this. That seems fine for me. I'm going to replay the Solitary Exile. I don't want to just leave him this and let him hit us with it a couple of times, because we're going to... I'll do Streamer, sure. So he's going to draw... That's tough. Hopefully we draw a kill here so we can Extinction these two and then kill this Reese. I think I just have to pass the turn here. He's got, if he has a Verdict or a Counter Magic, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. But yeah, so the Reese comes in. We take a crack for 9 here. He draws a card for a turn. He draws a card when the Streamer hits us. It's unfortunate that we haven't seen any of our 3 Drowned Shrines. Reese is going to make a random robot during our opponent's end step. Big bucks, no counter magic. Big bucks, no counter magic. Okay, well, we're in a great spot now. Need to put Uranaz into play on our turn. So, needs to have Dingler right like now. And even if he drew counter magic in these 2 draws for this Uranaz, we can champion ability the Uranaz back into play after he counters it. And then Reese starts making robots for the good guys. So Reese maintains his text that he has untunneled and is going to make robots. So make me some robots, Dr. Reese. Hey, Sightbound. He made a mechanized demolisher, which creates demolitions. And he drew Mass Poly Dingler. He might have already had the Dingler, in all honesty. Oh, I can cast these demolitions, can't I? That's great. Usually you don't have rubies in your deck with Reese. So demolish, target champion loses a permanent resource. So yeah, let's just take my opponent off 2 resources, because why not? Don't have anything better to do. Get demolished. I'm used to playing Reese in like blood sapphire decks. We got 2 answers to possible threats our opponent could deploy, so we're sitting medium right now. We need another threat. Sure, you can bounce one of my Dinglers. The copy resolves first, Brad. So the thing you target originally is going to do 2 more damage than the copy. The copy goes onto the chain and resolves first. Alright, there's a threat. And the Dingler I can't replay. Do I want to put this Vampire King back into play? Yeah, I think I do. I don't really have a lot of dragons in my deck right now, so let's just get this guy out. I've only got 2 Uranazes in my deck. I boarded down on a lot of them, so. VK is a slow clock, but it's a clock. Burns a Dingler just to kill my VK. Fair. This Dingler reads gain 2 life. Take another Vampire King off the top. Thank you. Send a message. This deck I'm playing right now is a little soft to Dingler, but there aren't a lot of Dingler decks in the format right now. They aren't particularly good. That's unfortunate. So he gets to put his 4/6 back into play and eat my Dingler. Or eat my Vampire King. Has a verdict. That's fine. Play another exile. And we'd like another threat, but we did board down on threats, so don't have a ton of them in the deck. And we have another answer to his next threat, and 2 more resources we're gonna get to put that VK from our crypt back into play again. So let's burn this guy. I'm not sure. I mean, there's also a very real chance that set 5 releases before the Cosmic Crown Showdown, right? It feels like that's a possibility. Like with the way they're pushing spoilers, would not be surprised if that rolled out beforehand. That would be a good like marquee style of event. There is in fact storybots going on in the background. Good catch, parent. It's funny. The parents always appreciate the different shows. Can pick about. Extinction, not so great. I might have boarded to too few threats in this matchup. I do that sometimes. I feel like when I cut the dragons. I guess I brought in vampire princesses though. It's close. Would not mind drawing a drowned shrine. We've got 3 of those in our deck. Hopefully we hit it before he hits this. All right. Well, let's put the VK back at least. The old second Rutherford Banks activation. I've activated Dreaming Fox 3 times in the same match before, so that's kind of funny. Transmogrifade. Seriously? We just wanted to like have it transform into anything that has a PT box. Like, just not a constant that does nothing. Troops you control are inspired by troops in our crypt. Sure, that doesn't do anything. Dingler's a postman, just sending all the messages. Tomb Seeker, sure. So, I'm actually going to cast this Extinction, and the reason why I'm doing that is because if I draw a threat, I'm not going to be able to use this Extinction to just kill one of his threats. And he could have counter magic here. Maybe he just decides that's a fight he doesn't want to fight. We got two kind of answers in our hand. The other argument is just burning it there in case he draws like running Eldritch Dreamers or like running things burn can't kill. He got to his champion ability before we got to Drowned Shrine, unfortunately. Day late, $1 short, Mr. Drowned Shrine. This card probably isn't actually that good in this matchup. I haven't seen any Lightning Paw sights out of him, which is strange. And it doesn't stop Arcane Focus, because Arcane Focus... I can't play the Dingler because I don't have a Sapphire Threshold. Yeah, see, if he has counter magic here, we're going to be in trouble. So maybe I should have held the Extinction and burned his Tomb Seeker. Ripple this guy, yep. And punish for the way I sequenced my removal now. Good news is we're running out of shards in our deck, I suppose. That's true, he can't draw from it, but like the 3/3 is just gonna kill us. And his champion ability is effectively turned off with this, which is nice. Unfortunately, I can't cycle this right away because we can also only draw 1 card per turn, so I just have to pass here. Dead in 5 to this. We've got an Uranaz, 2 princesses, and 2 VKs in our deck that can kill our opponent. Oh, we haven't drawn a single Cosmic Shaman, have we? I'm thinking like the number of threats I was thinking we had is super low, but I was like, wait, we just haven't drawn a Cosmic Shaman this game. There we go. The infusion device only lets you gain thresholds that you have in your deck, so you can't gain blue. It's not like Shard Call or Shard Prism. Alright. Finally found a Cosmic Shaman. It sounds great. I forgot about you, reason I built this deck. Forgot you existed. Sans another Dingler, we should be in a good spot. Famous last words, I know. Opponent concedes. Keep on, keep it on. Is there a link to this list anywhere? I don't think so. I don't think it's sunk. Light Reaper, silly Constance deck again. That says most of our thresholds. That's fine. Do you want something different? No, this is the same person we played earlier. We're gonna take our licks for one here. I think I'm just supposed to extinction right away. I don't know, it's possible I'm supposed to wait. He's got the death chance and it's 50-50, but I think I'm just supposed to crunch this. Sure, we're just gonna get punished. That's fine. It creates 2 chance and puts it into his hand. I'm just gonna go ahead and yeah, I'm just gonna kiss this dork now. And play this as a diamond. Play this blood shard out. The new shards are great, like super, super powerful. You're probably just like never playing more than like 6 of them in the same deck. It might even be a number lower than that. I'd have to do some math. My gut offhand says you can't have them be more than a quarter of your resources, but it might be something other than that. I'm not sure what show you want. Do you know what show you want? Another Lyrist, sure. Set him on fire. Links are allowed. Essentially, the rules for chat are you're expected to be adults, and as soon as you behave like a child, you will be treated like a child. So, fairly lenient. Alright, got the Chanter back to his hand. Probably has another chant to play out. Yeah, Fury Chant. Another troop from his crypt back to his hand. Yeah, it's funny that he said he thinks this deck is going to be better in set 5, and like the only good thing his deck is doing is like rebuying Runir Hierophant. Everything else seems aggressively mediocre. I think I'm actually going to burn this guy because I wouldn't mind Uranazing it back to his hand. I'm gonna burn this because I would like to have something that's okay for me to earn as if I hit, and of course we brick. Okay. Yeah, I won't be streaming the Lixil for those asking. I'm just gonna play ranked matches. Two draws at extinction here. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. TNA sounds great. Cosmic Shaman's fine how it is. Kiss doesn't seem great. I guess Kiss and Kill are very similar, right? Is that true? Do I want the extra pack to pain? Probably want the extra pack to pain. The average game, we're just gaining a lot of life, I think. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. I don't think that's true. I mean, if I just had things going on, I lost that game because I didn't have a board. Purge is a tough sell against a deck that's got spot removal in it. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's better than like one of the burns. Better than the third pack to pain, maybe. Good stuff. I'll call those mulligans 28 shards later. Alright, we can play our one spell. We got that going for us. Take away your rabbit. This can get a ruby for us, or the third diamond. If we don't draw Tienos, we'll probably just get a ruby. Second Runeer, because why not? Of course. Sure. Extinction? Alright, we're going to play this on 7. Not that it's going to be particularly good against a Runeer Hierophant. And we're going to play Prophecy Burn after this game. I mean, I just assume he has, like, Death Chance in his deck and doesn't really care. Good beats. Yes, I guess we have Extinction to drag us back into this, but the new shard cycle. Basically, you have to, if you have one of the two thresholds the shard can make, it makes you a threshold. If you don't already have one of those two thresholds, it doesn't. It only gives you a charge and a resource. So always gives you a charge and a resource, does not always give you a threshold. Okay. Well, you know. So you're saying there's a chance. God, and he got back the one I wanted to take too. Good beats. If we'd have gotten Urnez back to Paladin. Yeah. That was easily the worst draw in our deck. And the reason why that is our opponent has closed coffins in play. Which means if he kills this Urnez, we're going to lose the one in our hand now. Extinction, clear the board, reap, sure, that works too. It's like, again, easily the worst draw on the deck. I'll play Prophecy Burn after this. I want to draw some cards. I'm tired of mulliganing and having it be the death of us. Prophecy Burn deck can go to 5 and then still end up discarding the hand size. Extinction? Alright, let's light people on fire, shall we?